When you were running your trucking company, the brokerage, was all your staff in America, or that's when you started?
So no. So what happened is they were until I met, and I know Robert Cadena. He worked for me in like '97, and he left and started his own company. And then I met back up with him, and he told me what he was doing, and we said, what can we do together? And I couldn't believe he had people in Colombia. I'm like, what? And so I had people in Tampa that we would send a trailer and pick up all the LTL. I would take what I want, and what I didn't want, I would give to the LTL carriers as an LTL brokerage. And Robert ran the LTL brokerage because that's what he did in his company and in Colombia. So I realized what he had in Colombia, and I was losing money on this lost leader business because you can't pick freight up from a shipper, bring it to your dock, give it to an LTL carrier, and make money. That just you can't. There's no margin in it. But I service it because what I didn't want to happen is I got a shipping guy there, and you got to give this to the FedEx and give this to them, and then this is what I want. I just want it all. I don't want nobody in there. Put it all on me, and I'll deal with it. Yeah. And then it's good for them because they get one bill from me, and there's no reways or anything. If I would go into a shipper and go, listen, you get reways and all that with LTL, I'll eat it if I get it. You will not get it. Like, you will get one bill, what it says, and I had a rate tariff and everything. It was our light tariff. And so I saw what Robert was doing, and I'm like, shit, this is amazing. Let me move that whole team down there. And so I turned the whole brokerage over to Robert and basically gave it to him as a franchise and said, here, you make it work. I'm losing money. You can have it. I'll take a percentage off the top. You have the rest, and immediately turned it profitable.
What year was that?
2014, 13 and 14. So he took over all the LTL brokerage, and he worked it. And then it worked so well with all the people down there, I started saying, what else can I send down there? So I just started, I never hired, after that, the only thing I hired in the States was salespeople. It was so hard to get good people and hire people here. I just started hiring everybody there. And then randomly, we had a couple clients that realized we were there and were like, hey, give me some people. And I'm like, what? And then I realized it was a business, and I put a business plan together. I did some research. I had a friend that was in that business. He went down to Colombia with me, and I said, hey, I'm going to launch this. And we launched it, and it was tough in the beginning. You know, it wasn't easy. And then all of a sudden it took off and started getting adoption, and it started to prove the concept. And then we just grew, you know, and then I realized, okay, I got this money, but it's not enough. Like, it's not enough. Like, I know what my lifestyle cost me, and now I'm going to do better because now I got more money. I'm not downsizing and getting conservative. Like, I'm going to go bigger. Yeah. And I got 4 kids, and, you know, I got to take care of them, and I want to set them up right. And when I did all that, and I paid off all my debt, and I paid off all my mortgages, and like, it was debt free. And okay, now if I put in wealth management, I'm going to get like a quarter of what I need to live.
Right.
So, like,
got to do something else.
Shit. That's why I went into Robert and Lee, and I go, listen, we got to blow this up because I need to make like another $1 million a year. Yeah. Like, my soul, like, I'm not making no money. He's like, and I did the math. I go, we need 10,000 bodies. He goes, it'll never happen. I'm like, yeah, it will. We're going to get to 10,000. And like, and we were making like, I think we were making like, Lean was making like 200,000 a year, something 180 or between 100 and 200 and paying Robert. Right. And he's like, and here I come saying I need to make $1 million a year. And Robert's like, we can't, this ain't gonna happen. Yeah. And he's like, and I don't want to do that. That's too much stress. Like, you're too fast and aggressive. And I'm like, all right, listen, I'll slow down, but let's do it. And it just happened, man. We just, everything went right. We had the right people. And when you add in Jeff, you know, last night you met Jeff. Yeah. Right, and Jeff and me and Robert, like, we just click, and everybody, you know, every relationship we build and grow, and that's what made us good. And you know, we're all like, our integrity and trustworthiness is the highest level. Like, everybody knows we don't fuck around, man. If we say we're going to do it, we do it. Yeah. You know, we are who we say we are. We don't hide nothing. And we built it, and we went down to Colombia 100 times. Because we closed an account, right? We'd say, back then we didn't close one account unless they went to Colombia. So we would drag them down to Colombia, kicking and screaming. They would come back smiling,
the customers,
happy, and because it's, you know, it's a beautiful country, and it's fun, and we would close them, and they would come back. We get their office off the ground, and then COVID hit. Yeah, and everybody's remote. Yeah, and we had 1,000 bodies when COVID hit, and Robert moved 1,000 bodies working from home in 1 week. He went out and bought every laptop in Colombia. Dang, he literally went out and bought 1,000 plus laptops. Almost every laptop that was in Colombia, he bought, and we had teams setting people up at home to work before the country even shut down. And he comes to me tells me what he's doing and tells me what he needs for laptops and everything. I go, there's no way they're shutting down. Like that.
Yeah. It's going to pass. Yeah.
It's never happened. They can't, it can't happen. You cannot have the country shut down. It will not happen. He's like, Dave, you know, I got ties in the government, and my ties in the government are telling me they're closing this country down.
Yeah.
In the next week, people are going to be mandated to stay home.
Yeah.
I go, are you sure? He goes, trust me. And I wouldn't have believed it. I said, listen, I think your guy's wrong. There's no way, but I don't want to, I'd rather you be right than me be right.
Yeah.
I'd rather you go do what you do and us be wrong than me be right and not do it. And so he went and did it and didn't even tell our customers. He had everything set up. And then sure enough, they shut the country down. And our customers are like, what happened? And it's on the news. Colombia shuts down. Like, what are they going to do? And because Colombia shut down before the US. And Robert said, don't worry, we have it handled. Everybody's working from home.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, that's not going to work.
Yeah.
And then they shut the US down and everybody had to work from home. And then when we can't, and then we can't, and we panic. We're like, what's going to happen? Like, our whole business is done. Like, what's going to happen? Because you think country shuts down, what's the brokerage is going to do? Like, you have
at that time, everybody really thought it was the end of the world. And
you're going to move some important stuff, but not everything's going to move. You know, you're not going to be moving, bricks for people who can't go outside and build nothing. Yeah. So we did the right moves. We went into crisis mode and we managed it. And the people that, wanted to close down, we ate it. We took some hits, but then when we opened back up, still working remotely, we crushed it because companies were like, we have to save money. And people were working from home and the people didn't want to work because they were getting PPP money and getting unemployed. And so they were like
just chilling at
people didn't want to work,
buying NFTs for $1 million. And stuff, what's the monkey?
The Bored Apes.
Yeah.
I bought one of those.
Did you? How's that doing?
I think I got it on one of my profile pictures on social media or something. That's all I got out of it.
That was an interesting time because the PPE money and all the COVID money that hit, it was just a boom in the whole economy and everything.
And we went from 1,300 bodies to 6,000 bodies in 2 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So we, skyrocketed and then we went through a process and in 2020 we sold a piece to private equity and took a nice liquidation event. And then 2021, we sold another piece and we have 2 private equity partners and gave them control. They got control of the company. And then we took it to 10,000 employees. And, and now, Robert and I are founders, but, they have great executives there and brought it in because, when you're founders and you make money, you probably don't work as hard as the person that needs them, now wants to cash out. So private equity likes to incentivize executives to deliver big results. And it's hard to incentivize us. I still work hard and I do it, but they want to give the carrot to the people that are really going to chase the carrot and deliver big results. So over time, they put a good management team in there. Robert's executive chair now. He basically still there and helps and does what he does, but they got a good C-suite in there managing the business.